Hey guys, I'm Red, and this is LEGO Star Wars set number 75306, released in 2021 with 683 pieces. This is the Imperial probe droid from the helmet collection. Yeah, you heard that right. This is from the helmet collection. Doesn't really match up now, does it? But there is no minifigures, so let's just start with the box. Here is the front of the box, and it is super tall, but it does say Imperial probe droid on the top left there. Get a massive picture of the droid as well. It says LEGO Star Wars and all the information on the bottom there. And when we move up to the top, it says LEGO Star Wars and then Imperial droid. And their scale thing is this 2x3 slope, which is pretty cool. On the left side of the box here, of course, it does say LEGO Star Wars with another picture of the probe droid. And on the back is just all the information and play features we get. Obviously, there is no play features, but you get the dimensions of the set. So it's 27 centimeters tall and 24 centimeters wide. And then there is real pictures of the probe droids from The Empire Strikes Back. It's pretty cool. And finally, here is the set itself. And it is actually really beautiful. So how about we start with this base here? The base here is supposed to be, of course, Hoth, but it doesn't really fit in the rest of the helmet collection because it's the only one with this, like, display thing. But, I mean, it kind of makes sense why they did it, which is why we'll look at it in a little bit. Of course, you do get this massive plaque here with information about the probe droid. You can pause it and read now if you like. And there's also like these 1x3 or 1x2, excuse me, all these different tiles and things going on to add a little more detail. And all of Hoth is built off of these like wedge plates and slopes and all these different pieces, which is pretty cool. Like, I like that they did it, but it's just really inconsistent. I'm not sure why they chose this instead of everything else. But also on the display plaque here, it is on hinges, so you can just super easily move it up and down if you like. And then you can see here, there is a 2x2 section of Hoth tiled off on the hill here, so you can easily place our probe droid. Just slide him on in there, and yeah, there you go. Starting off at the bottom of the probe droid with the arms, you can see there's so many different things going on here, like these different claw arms here with the like candlestick pieces and the camera pieces there. There are these other candlestick pieces with the stick and more claws, which easily fall apart on you. There's this one that's super cool with like a drill, and yeah, you can see that, how easily I just pulled it off. There's this one, which is a little different claw, which is pretty nice that they switched it up a little bit. And then there's this one that's super long with more claw and grabby things. And this one has a couple gears, so yeah, pretty cool. And when we look on the top of all of them, you can see all of them have like this radar dish piece and just, you know, little different pieces like the cheese slopes and these like 1x1, I don't know what they're called, but they are pretty cool and they add a lot of detail. And of course, how the probe droid is all held up is this Technic axle in the middle there, and then these 2x2 clear pieces, and the Technic brick on the bottom there is just holds it all up, make it all nice and sturdy, so it won't fall if you know, do that. But as we saw before, the arms are super flimsy, so if you do play with it, it will fall apart on you. But when it's on display like this, it looks pretty nice, and I like it. But yeah, those arms are super flimsy, so just be careful. Moving on to more of the torso section, or like the middle section of the probe droid, we get this starting point here with just this two lights, one of them in that trans orange and the other one in the dark gray, with just a couple hollow studs to hold those in place, and a snot brick on the slope there, which gives it that sloping effect. There are 2x and 1x slopes scattered all around, some of which have stickers on them, and then there's just that thing there to add a little more detail. There's another one of these flick fire missile pieces, just without the trans orange, and then this one has a couple clips, and that one again has another sticker. So not a whole lot of detail going on with the body, but I think it gets a little more interesting with the head. But before we move on to the head, you can see the whole base is on this rounded shape here with these massive quarter. Before we move on to the head though, you can see all of the different slopes that they use to round off the body, like these massive, I guess, quarter pieces, which are kind of a corner, kind of not really, but they also use the 1x2 slope there with a couple snot bricks just to give it that angle. And then this one has like a laser on it, so that's pretty cool. But of course, being a probe droid, the head can swivel 360 degrees because it's just on that 4x4, you know, swivel piece, so that's pretty cool. Of course, on the face here, there are all types of different pieces that make up the cameras, like this ratchet element there with the 1x1 piece in it. There's these hollow studs, the anti-studs, the bigger slopes, this like massive piece here, which is pretty cool. which is just a shorter dome piece with 2 radar dishes. There are more hollow studs, more 1x1. So yeah, overall, really nice. And I really like all the detail in the face there. That's pretty cool. And the top of the head here just continues on with more detail with some angled pieces and wedge pieces to, you know, give it that, I guess, domed effect, kind of, but not really. There's a sticker there with just 1 orange piece. There's another sticker with maybe like a missile on it and 2 more orange squares. There's a radar dish here, and then of course 2 antennas to, you know, get the signal from the Empire and maybe pictures of who they're tracking or something, I don't know. But there's 1 shiny roller skate piece here on the top there, so that's pretty cool. Displayed next to a regular helmet set, it doesn't really match, and this isn't like to scale with the new droids like C-3PO or R2-D2, so it doesn't really make sense where the set should belong on display or in any collection, really. But if this was just a standalone, like, Imperial probe droid, like, cool, great, whatever. But they had the plaque, which makes it part of the helmet collection, so it doesn't really make any sense. But what do you guys think about this LEGO Star Wars set? Why don't you leave a comment down below and let me know. And better down there, hit like, subscribe, it's easy, it's free. And I don't know what our next video is going to be yet, but it'll be something just as cool as this. So stay tuned.